Hello everyone, welcome to Act 4, Scene 3 of Julius Caesar. So since Scene 3 is a really long scene, it will be divided in two parts. So this scene takes place in Brutus's tent where Cassius and Brutus are having a conversation, and Cassius tells Brutus that he has wronged Cassius, and Brutus in turn tells Cassius that he has an itching palm, which is taking bribes. They have an angry conversation with each other, and Cassius tells Brutus, "Here is my dagger and kill me." But Brutus says that his anger is like a spark which is brief and he becomes cold again. And finally, Brutus tells Lucilius and Titinus to have the men camp for the night there. So now let's go into the line by line explanation. So Cassius tells Brutus, "You have wronged me, Brutus, and it is shown by this." So he's telling the proof of how Brutus has wronged Cassius. That you have condemned, means declared wrong, and noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes here in the Sardians. And in my letters, I was pleading on his side because I know the man, and my plea was dismissed off by you. So Brutus says, "Cassius, you have wronged yourself to support such a man and such a case." So Cassius says, "In such a time as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should bear his comment." Cassius says, "During such times, I don't think it is necessary that such a small offense should bear such criticism or should be given such importance." So Brutus says, "Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are blamed or criticized to be taking bribe and selling your opposition and trading it for gold to people who totally undeserve it." So Cassius says, "Me, an itchy palm, me being greedy. You know that because you are Brutus, you are speaking this. If it was someone else, it would be their last speech because I would kill them." Brutus says, "Cassius' name is attached to this corruption, and that is why this action has gone unpunished." Cassius is chastisement, unpunished. So Brutus says, "Remember March, the Ides of March, remember? The great Julius Caesar has bled, has died for the sake of justice. And who were the villains who touched his body if not for justice?" So Brutus adds, "What shall one of us that killed the greatest man in the world because he was supporting robbers?" That means he allowed tax collectors to act corruptly. So Brutus is saying because Julius Caesar allowed tax collectors to act corruptly, we killed him. And now shall we contaminate our fingers by taking bribes? And shall we sell the huge reputation and honor that we have gained now by killing such a person for such a trash thing as greed?" So Brutus says, "I'll rather be a dog and howl at the moon than be such a Roman." So Cassius is telling Brutus, "Bait me not, do not provoke me, I will not be able to bear it. You are forgetting yourself that you are controlling me, and I am a soldier and I am older in practice, means I'm more experienced than you, and abler than you, means I'm more capable than you to make decisions. So do not provoke me." So Brutus says, "Go away, you are not Cassius." So Cassius says, "I am." So Brutus says, "No, you are not." So Cassius is saying, "Please do not provoke me anymore. I shall forget to control myself or restrain myself. And if you care for your health, do not tempt me any further." So Brutus says, "Go away, you little man." So Cassius is saying, "Is this possible?" So Brutus says, "Listen to me because I want to speak. So should I make space for your rash anger? Shall I be scared when a madman is staring at me?" So he's calling Cassius a madman because he's so angry and furious. So Cassius says, "Oh, you gods, shall I endure all of this? Shall I bear all of this?" So Brutus says, "All of this and more. Rage, get angry till your proud heart breaks, and go show your slaves how angry you are, and make your servants tremble. Should I move? So Brutus adds, must I observe you? Must I stand and bow down under your bad temper? By the gods, you shall digest the venom of your spleen. So he's saying that you should deal with your temper and you have to keep it inside you, even if it is going to split you into half or tear you apart. Because from this day onwards, I am going to use you for my amusement and for my laughter when you are becoming so difficult, like how you are today. So Cassius saying, oh, has this come to this? And Brutus says, oh, you say you are a better soldier, so let it appear so. So make your boasting true, and I shall be delighted. Because from my own part, I shall be glad that I am learning from a noble person. So Cassius is saying, you have misunderstood me in every way. You wronged me, Brutus. I said an elder soldier, not a better. Now, did I say better? So he says, I am more experienced than you. But did I say better? So he doesn't know what he said in his anger. So Brutus says, even if you did that, I don't care. So Cassius says, when Caesar was living, he also did not anger me like this, like how you are doing to me. So Brutus says, peace, peace. You would not even dare to have tempted him. Cassius saying, you think I dare not? Brutus says, no, you wouldn't dare. Cassius says, what? Cassius is finding it difficult to believe. So he's saying, what? I dare not tempt him? So Brutus says, no, because you found your life dearest, or out of fear for your life, you dare not tempt. So Cassius saying, do not presume too much upon my love. So don't assume that my love is going to protect, or that don't take my love for granted. I may do something now that I shall be sorry for later. So Brutus says, you have already done what you should be sorry for. Now there is no terror in your threats, because I am so bound in honesty that your threats pass me like an empty wind. So Brutus says, I do not pay any attention to your threats. I did send to you for certain sums of gold. So I did ask for certain sum of gold, which you denied me. You did not give me. For I can raise no money by wrong or dishonest means, that is vile means. He is saying that I came and asked you for gold, but you denied me. And I am such an honorable and honest person that I cannot raise money through wrong means. By heaven, I rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas. So he's saying, I rather drop my blood and make it into coins than to pull money from such hard working hands of peasants by doing such wrong means. I asked for gold to pay for my army and you denied me. So is this how Cassius behaves? Should I have answered Cassius so? So when Marcus Brutus, should he grow so greedy that he denies money to even his friends? Be ready, gods, with your thunderbolts and break him into pieces. So Cassius is saying, I did not deny you. So Brutus says, you did. So Cassius is saying, I did not. The person who brought back my answer was a fool. Brutus, you have broken my heart. A friend, he should actually bear his friend's weaknesses. But Brutus, you have exaggerated my weakness and mistakes. So Brutus says, I did not, till you practice them on me. So Cassius is saying, you do not love me. So Brutus says, I love you, but I do not like your mistakes or your faults. So Cassius says, a friendly eye could never see such faults. He's saying, a friendly person, a friend, never seeks faults in their friends. So Brutus says, a person who's trying to flatter another person would not see the mistake, even if the mistake was as huge as a mountain, which is the Mount Olympus. So Cassius says, come, Antony, and come, young Octavius, come and take your revenge, but only on me, that is Cassius, because Cassius is tired of this world. He is hated by the one he loves and disobeyed by his brother. So Cassius is saying, I'm treated like a bondman. like a slave, when all my mistakes are observed and written in a notebook, and it is learned and memorized, that is conned by rote, that is rote learnt, which is memorized, and then it is thrown on my face. Oh, I could weep, I could cry so much that my soul could come out from my eyes right now. Now here is my dagger. So he offers the dagger to Brutus to kill him. And here is my naked breast. So here is my chest. And within a heart, okay, my heart is dearer than Pluto's silver mine. It is richer than gold. And if you are a Roman, take this dagger and kill me. That I denied you gold, I will give you my heart. Strike like how you striked Caesar with your dagger, for I know that even though you did hate him for his worst character, you loved him more than you ever loved Cassius. So Brutus is saying, sheath your dagger. So put away your dagger. So he says, be angry when you like, and it shall have freedom. Do what you will, because I will feel that the dishonor that you do is a part of a bad mood. Oh, Cassius, you are partner with a lamb. So he's calling himself a lamb. He says that carries anger as the flint bears fire. So he's saying that my anger, it comes really fast, like how a fire is struck. So it comes with lot of spark, but it goes straight cold again. So Brutus is saying his anger is like a flint striking. There's a brief spark and then he gets cold again. So he's saying he's not angry anymore. So Cassius is asking, this long to just be a butt of jokes or laughter to his Brutus when he is filled with anger, frustration. So Brutus says, when I spoke that, I was angry too. So Cassius says, so do you confess that much? Then give me your hand. So Brutus says, here, and take my heart too. And then they clasp their hands. Cassius says, oh, Brutus. So Brutus says, what's the matter? So Cassius says, don't you love me so much that you bear with me when I have so much anger with me? The anger that my mother gave me makes me forget how to behave. So Brutus says, yes, Cassius, from now on, whenever you are angry with Brutus, I will think that your mother is angry and I will leave you. Or your mother is speaking and leave you so. So a poet enters who's followed by Lucilius, Titinus and Lucius. So poet says, let me go in to see the generals. There is some grudge between them. It's not meet they be alone. So they are fighting. There's some argument between them. It is not good for them to be alone. So Lucilius says, you shall not come to them. You shall not go. So the poet says, nothing but death shall stop me from going inside. So Cassius says, now what? What is the matter? So poet says, for shame, you generals, what do you mean? He says, you should be ashamed, generals. What do you think you are doing? Love and be friends as two such men should be. So you should love each other and be friends like how men should be. For I have seen more years, I am sure they than ye. He says, listen to me because I am older than you. So Cassius is laughing and saying, ha ha, how badly does this ill-mannered person rhyme? Because he's a poet, right? So he's saying whatever he speaks is not rhyming. So Brutus is saying, go away from here, Sirrah, you rude fellow, go. So Cassius says, bear with him, Brutus. It's his fashion. Be patient with him, Brutus. This is how he is. So Brutus says, I'll attend to him when it is the proper time. So what should a rhyming fool do during the time of war? So he says, get out of here now. So Cassius says, away, away, be gone. And the poet exits. So Brutus says, Lucilius and Titinus bid the commanders to prepare the lodge, their companies tonight. So tell them to put their tent and camp here for the night. Cassius says, and come yourself and bring Messala with you immediately to us. After giving that information, come back into the tent immediately. And Brutus says, Lucius, bring a bowl of wine. And Lucius exits. So this is the end of part 1. You can watch part 2 in the next video. Until then, study well. Do not take any tension or worries. You do your best and God will do the rest. Thank you so much.